Welcome to DCS, welcome to the Spitfire. I am about to start this bad boy up. Going to be joined shortly, hopefully, by a squad mate. And he's going to be here in a sec. Right, Ben is running the mod that gets rid of these horrific reflections on the canopies and this ridiculous fluorescent green on the armoured glass, which is just silly. But anyway, I'm not running the mod, so I have to just deal with this idiocy that Eagle Dynamics have given us in the meantime until they decide to fix it / return it to its previous non-stupid condition. Okay, let's get this engine started. I'll make sure the guns are on, and I'm going to take an external tank. I'm loading a fuel tank on, Ben, as well.
Request Army. Copy.
Okay,
Rearming complete.
Rearming complete. Here we go. Ready when you are.
Ready when you are.
Rolling. Turning right. Uh, 26 and 6. I'll climb up the coast.
Oh, I just had a stutter.
Okay. Yeah, I'll drop mine as well. Watch it doesn't land on your head. Okay, so there should be some enemies up at that other the target, the first one we were at. So I'm going to head back there again one last time. Contact!
Oh, head on.
Friendly.
What was that?
Spitfire. Spitfire, Spitfire. It was a friendly. Okay, let's drop down a bit more this time. I'm heading down towards that other target. Drop down to about 5,000 or 6,000 feet. I think I'm low on your 1 o'clock now. If you drop your nose, you can see me underneath you. You can drop the nose. I'm on your 11 now. 10 now. Okay, leveling off. I'm gonna go about 14 pounds and 2800 RPM. I'm gonna boost it through here.
Contact 10 o'clock.
10
Timing.
Okay, I'll follow you. Oh, I see him, I see him, I see him. Oh, I see him. Turning in. Let's go say hello. He's close. And he's climbing. Oh, I'm gonna follow him underneath his turn already. He's gonna dive soon. Yep, there's the run. I'm closing. Closing to guns. Hit him, hit him, hit him. More pieces off. He's going in.
Coming back up.
Okay, you've got him. He's yours. You're clear. You've still got him. Good hits. You want him still?
Yeah, I'm still on him.
I see you. You're clear.
Oh.
This
Think he's
time.
going in
Yeah,
this
that's it.
time,
Well
he's
done. Okay, roll out on your current heading. Slow down just a fraction.
Roger, I'm back on 6, 7, 8 pounds.
Okay, turn right about 20 degrees. Okay, that's me overtaking you on your right wing now. Just below you, behind your right wingtip. Eyes on?
Yep, roger.
Cool, let's head home. Nice kill.
I've got 6.
Okay, Roger, turning with you. Break down, loud, low, low. There's another one. There's 2 of them there with you.
I've just gone over, flying over the town. Just on the deck. He's still on me.
I think there's 2 with you.
On the left-hand turn.
Yeah, keep turning hard.
Yeah, we've got 2 here.
Yeah, I'm dropping on one of them. Okay, he's down. Oh, he's hit bad. Okay, where are you?
Yeah, you got one venting.
Yeah, I got one venting. I don't know where you are, though. He's in. I see you. You're clear behind for the moment. Don't know where he went. You're one. I'm on your right now. I'm going in front of you. Follow me around. Let's get a bit of combat spread going here. We need to separate and turn to the right.
You there, Phil?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here, Ben. Do you not see me?
Yeah, Roger. I'm on your 6. The other one's run away, I think.
Okay, I'm turning to the right. I've got the sun on my left wing. I'm slowing, slowing down for you to catch up. Okay.
There were 2 enemy. I think
know.
the other one's gone.
Yeah, I know. I know there was 2.
I got onto the 6 of the other one, and I think he buggered off.
I'm slowing right down so you can get past me and get out to the side. Well called, mate. Jeez, you spotted him just in time, didn't you? We'll use good old Tacview here to do some quick analysis. Picking this up as Ben and I are in our extended dive, shall we say, towards the target area, going pretty quick. And we do actually go whizzing past within 2.8 kilometers, it turns out, of these 2 chaps here. This is Clever and Zavar, and they've been going backwards and forwards on the deck, and we completely missed them. I don't think they saw us either, not straight away anyway. They flew past us. We both play in 1440p, so visibility is already quite difficult. And when they're below the horizon against the ground, they just basically disappear. Anyway, it's about here we would turn left because Ben called out Pavlich, and that's the 109 we saw. Pavlich is featured in a couple of my other videos. He's a regular on Burning Skies. We turned straight in towards him, and I noticed that he was basically flying a opposite course. So we just kept turning, and we popped out right underneath him and just behind him. I don't think he was aware that we were there. He didn't see us, but we saw him, and it was just a matter of closing behind and getting those first hits. Once hit, he goes into a climb, which indicates that he didn't know where we were. I think if he'd have known where we were, he would have gone into a dive. So he quickly pulls up, and at this point, we start following him. I roll around directly, trying to close a few shots, and Ben's just following behind me, about 500 yards back, just keeping an eye on things. He's not turning very steeply. Ben just does nice lazy turns, keeping me in sight. More hits on Pavlich there, and I think that's where I thought he was going in. So I break off, but Ben can see what's happening because he's got the distance behind me. He's not sitting right up my ass. So I'm off and Ben's on. This is classic leader wingman flying when you've got one enemy aircraft to deal with. Basically one off, one on. So now Ben's following quite tightly round, and I'm looking to keep an eye on him, and you could hear me on the communications telling Ben that he was clear. So I'm just keeping an eye on the situation. And I'm watching those 2 go around. I do pull in here a little bit tighter, but I can see Ben the whole time. I can follow what he's doing. And at that point, Pavlich gets killed. And so from this point on, we are actually still following his aircraft, but we don't realize that he's been killed. You can see Tacview has deleted his object now, but we follow him down. When I shot at that aircraft whizzing past with the high deflection shot that I missed quite badly, Pavlich was long dead. So here we are still chasing this aircraft and the pilot's gone. It's just going in. Now, this is the interesting thing about not having server messages that instantly tell you every time somebody's killed someone else. And this is why I really like not having those server messages, because we weren't really able to tell if he was dead or not, because his aircraft still had lots of lift being generated because it had lots of speed, and although the pilot was dead, it was kind of maneuvering its way down to the ground. So we kept following this guy even though he had no pilot, because there were no server messages telling us he was dead, and we couldn't physically see inside the cockpit, obviously. Now, while we're doing all of this business, these other 2 chaps have started their return leg. They probably saw the gunfire and the venting coolant coming out of Pavlich's aircraft, which is why I think they turned around at this point. And they're coming straight for us. Once Pavlich finally is confirmed as going in, his aircraft hits the deck, then Ben and I try a very quick reform, and we start flying back in the direction which I thought was towards our home airfield. It turns out we were about 90 degrees off. We should have gone out that way, but we didn't really get the heading right, and these guys were able to close. So here we are, flying along. Now, at this point, I'm actually the trailing aircraft, and I change sides, and I'm going faster than Ben. So these guys now decide to close on Ben, and you can see they change targets. Initially, they're after me, and then they switch on to Ben, and we're climbing, and they're just coming up underneath. Nice positioning from Zavar here. Unfortunately, his first shot misses. And he's about 200 yards behind Ben. He shoots, and he misses. And then Ben goes, oh, crap, and away we go. So Ben goes up, and he drags both of them with him. That was a mistake from them. They should have sent one to stay with Ben and then one to keep an eye on me, but they both tried to follow Ben. So I could stick myself onto the 6 of the Taylor. So Ben's got one on his 6, but I'm confident he can keep him at bay, and I'm able to get onto the 6 of the second aircraft. So it's two one-on-one little fights here. Ben's just maneuvering. This guy, at this point, this is where I think he realizes I'm behind him, because he was actually following, trying to get a... This is Zavar. Up to this point, it looks like he's trying to get into a position to shoot Ben, but he rolls right. Right at that minute there, he rolls right, and I think that's when he saw me, and he panics a little bit, and he goes into a hard horizontal turn, which you shouldn't do when you've got a Spitfire on your tail, because that is the Spitfire's optimum operating environment. And so bang, rat-a-tat-tat, he gets shot down. As soon as he gets killed, Cleaver buggers off. He noses down and he runs. And that's when Ben and I reform. We didn't spend any time trying to find this guy. In fact, I thought he was going to swing back around and get back on our 6. So there's a while here where we were just quite nervous about the situation before we bugged out. And you can see us doing S-turns back and forward across each other here to clear each other's 6. But by the time we've done this a couple of times, he's 3 or 4 kilometers away, and he's definitely heading home. So that concludes that little fight. I guess the surprise was what gave us the first victory, and then probably a mistake from these two 109s. Firstly, missing Ben with that initial volley, and then both of them latching onto him and exposing themselves to Ben's wingman. And so Ben and I were able to claim 1 victory each, and the third one we managed to scare off home. Right, I'm going to go full fine and start throttling back for a left base into Beni-sur-Mer here at 10 o'clock. Slowing right down very rapidly now. Get on. The flaps. Careful, there's a tall tree on the left of the approach.
Yeah, seen.
I'm staying right. I had a little bit much brakes on them when I landed. Nose nearly bit in. Nice, Ben. Right, ultrapart left. Your flaps are still down. Incidentally. Nice. Right, shutting down.